2.5 inches.
The only ones allowed in the ring. The other men will have to stand outside the ring. I'll allow 3 up in the apron.
El Torito on the right and Carlos Herrera on the left. The referee, Benny Ranoni. Herrera, 27 years old, out of Mendoza, Argentina. 47-6, 32 by knockout. He is ranked #1 by the WBA. This a 12-round World Boxing Association junior middleweight title elimination bout. The winner will face the WBA champion, Davey Moore. There are many skeptics who question the high rating of Herrera. His last fight, August 30th, first round knockout of Marcos Larios. And this is round 1. Tony Ayala, who swarms all over opponents. Awesome power going up against Herrera, known for effective counterpunching. Looks to stay outside as Ayala goes right at him.
As expected, Ayala's come out. He's hot. He's warmed up in the dressing room. Herrera looks very cold right off the bat.
And Ayala said earlier he will not be bothered by the southpaw style of Herrera.
Tony coming in much trimmer, much thinner than he's ever done before.
And it's Ayala on the attack, and he got Herrera with the right hand. Combination by Herrera. Lou Duva in the corner of Tony Ayala screaming, "Keep the hands up."
Tony in those first rounds gets very careless in his desire to put his opponent out immediately, and he's very careless. We've seen him drop, but we've also seen him get up and finish his opponent.
Herrera has never fought anyone with the power of Ayala. Herrera lost to Morris Hope in a WBC junior middleweight title bout.
Cut already over the right eye of Carlos Herrera, who has been fighting very good in counterpunch style.
We approach a minute remaining in this first round. Herrera lost a 15-round decision to Morris Hope in a stirring non-stop action bout. His only other loss since then, a bizarre setting. He fought in an open-air stadium in a rainstorm, slipped on the wet ring, and hit his head against the ring post, was subsequently knocked out by Jose Santana back in July of '81, then came back to stop Santana.
Meantime, good tough fighting on the ropes.
Keep them punches up. Let's go.
And the warning by the referee, Benny Ranoni. Good left hand by Ayala. And Carlos Herrera able to land with the occasional combination. Round 1 in the books. And this is round 2, and Ferdy in the corner of Tony Ayala. Apparently they felt he was tight because the advice was relax.
Tony is always tight in the first round or two. All the fights we've seen him in, he's wound up so tight, he unleashes such fury in that first round, then he starts to relax. Right now, his other advice he better heed, which is to keep his hands up, try uppercutting. Don't just keep going with those straight punches.
And the right hand by Ayala hurt Herrera. Ayala on the attack here as we open up in round 2. Ayala was also told, watch out, because Herrera's getting in under the left hook.
Ayala getting in that uppercut he was instructed to do, landed right on the button. But I'll tell you one thing, Herrera is throwing some real dynamite there. If he catches Ayala flush, you might see the complexion of the round change.
Carlos Herrera, 27-year-old out of Mendoza, Argentina, coming in at 47-6, going against Tony Ayala, who last fought on October the 1st, and as we touched on earlier, in the process of rehabilitation from his alcohol problems, and looks to be very slim and has not shown the fire that we've seen in other bouts, at least to this point. It's early.
He's also got a top opponent there. He hasn't got a cream puff in front of him, and the guy's making him fight, and he's hitting him hard. He's fighting in counter-punching style, and it's very effective against Ayala right now. I really don't see that much difference in this Ayala and the other Ayala. He's still aggressive. He's still coming forward. He's still driving that pile-driving hook into the side of the body. But the cut, by the way, has not opened up, and it has not appeared to be a factor right now. It's a very small gash on the right eye of Carlos Herrera.
Right hand by Ayala that stunned Herrera. Marv Albert with the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco from Atlantic City, New Jersey. And Ayala scoring. Herrera trying to counter. Ayala chasing now. Strong finish for Tony Ayala in the second round. And this is round 3, scheduled for 12. The WBA junior middleweight title elimination bout. The winner will face the champion, Davey Moore. Tony Ayala in the red and Carlos Herrera in the blue.
The advice given in the corner by his father, Ayala Sr., was for Ayala to box and try to counter. I can't see him trying to counter anything. He's one of those offensive fighters that goes straight ahead. I don't think he can go any other way but straight ahead. To let Herrera get brave now would be a major crime. That's Tony Ayala Sr., the father. Not exactly worried right now. Everything going little Ayala's way.
Although they did feel that he got off slowly in the first round. Ayala opening up the cut over the right eye of Herrera. It has not been a factor.
Oh, low blows by Tony Ayala. Unintentional, but low nonetheless.
And we're 1 minute in. Round 3. Referee Vin Renoni. Scoring is on the round system. If the round is even, they go to the 5-point must system to break the deadlock, and the scoring handled by the referee and the 2 judges. 3 knockdown rule waived. And the bell does not save the fighter except in the final round.
Ayala, by lightening up on that terrific offense that he had, gave Herrera a chance to put punches together and to punch to the belly.
Good combination by Ayala.
That's Ayala at his best when he's on the attack. I call him El Torito, and that's what he is. He is a bull in there, and he's best on the attack. He is not good counterpunching. He's not good on the defensive. He is best on the offensive, all out.
Let him up. Step back, step back.
And we're under a minute remaining in this third round. Tony Ayala throwing the straight right. And got caught by the counter punching of Herrera.
Herrera has been nailing him in his own fashion over the last 2 or 3 rounds. He's also throwing a straight right hand at the belly. Good hook by Ayala. And Herrera's down!
Herrera, after the excellent counter, got caught, and Tony Ayala has stopped Herrera in round 3. And next for Tony will be Davey Moore for the WBA junior middleweight title. Tony Ayala extending to a record of 22-0, 19 by knockout. After a start that did not enthrall his corner, they felt he was tight. Ayala coming on, picking away at Herrera in the third round. And after he got caught, Herrera able to deliver, starting with the left hook. Here it is. Herrera sent reeling backward. Herrera stunned. Now the right and the left, and Herrera down. Ayala sent to the neutral corner. Herrera attempted to get up. Here's another look. You saw the counter and the left hook answering. And the right. And down goes 27-year-old Carlos Herrera out of Mendoza, Argentina. Herrera attempted to get up. He did beat the count. Referee Vinny Ranoni counting it down. And that's it. Fight stop as Tony Ayala stops Carlos Herrera in round 3.
And gentlemen, the time of this bout, 2 minutes and 34 seconds of the third round, and a winner by a knockout and still undefeated, Tony El Torito Ayala.
And we'll be back to talk with Tony Ayala after this. Tony, earlier we got the feeling in listening into your corner between rounds that the feeling was that you were tight. And did not come out the way that you would have liked to in round 1.
Well, I didn't come out the way I fought Robbie Epps, that's for sure. But I'm fine, world contenders, and I'm taking my time. And it was like a comeback. You know, I had the problems back in August, and I feel very good about it, about the outcome.
Your problems in August, I hear you've got a little word for a few people back there?
Yeah, I want to say people hi in California, and my friends Felix Castillo and my brother Sammy back home.
All right, now, there's another man that's watching you right now, an old friend of yours, Davey Moore. You got any messages for Davey, the junior middleweight champion of this world?
Well, he's next. I'm number 1 in the world, and there's no excuses anymore. He's got to fight me.
Lou?
We'll fight him in the Bronx. We'll fight him in anywhere and all. We'll fight him in the street, in the bar. We'll fight him in the ring. We'll fight him in. I think Tony has shown the world, especially Davey Moore, that he's entitled. He's number 1. That's mandatory. Davey Moore, if you're out there, let's get it on.
All right, earlier we did touch on your alcoholism problems. Where does the rehabilitation stand at this point?
I feel it's been the strong point in my my so-called comeback. I had some problems with alcohol, and I feel I'm 100% better now.
You are a trimmed-down fighter. We see the loss of the baby fat of previous months.
Well, that wasn't really, that's not alcohol-related, as I would say, but it's just hard work. Me being in serious, want to win the world title.
And I'd like to ask Ayala Sr., does that mean he's no longer Torito? He's now just plain El Toro?
That's it. That's the new name, El Toro.
All right, the victorious El Toro putting away Carlos Herrera in the 3rd round, and now looking for a matchup with Davey Moore.
Undefeated David Sears, who's managed by actor Burt Young of Rocky fame. Tonight we take a departure from the glitter and glamour of the Atlantic City casino setting, and we bring it to the quaint little borough of Totowa, New Jersey. We go from the white-collar surroundings to the blue-collar community here in northern New Jersey. Heavyweight Scott Frank out of Oakland, New Jersey takes on the brawling Steve Zowski of Brockton, Massachusetts. Also tonight, the WBA Flyweight Championship, Santos Laciar versus Stephen Machoki. In byways around northern New Jersey by night. And yes, we are live at the Ice World in Totowa, New Jersey.